All right, so as we've determined, the imaginary number I is equal to the square root of -1. If that is true, then if I were to square I, that's like me taking the square root of -1 times the square root of -1, which would just be equal to -1. So we can remember I squared is simply equal to -1. This is going to be useful to us for our next skill, which is multiplying two complex numbers. So if I have the two complex numbers 3 plus 5i and 4 minus 6i, and I want to multiply them together, does this look familiar to you? This is just like multiplying two binomials together, and we typically use the method called FOIL to multiply two binomials. So that would be the first terms, the outside terms, the inside terms, and the last terms, and then we see if we can combine any like terms. So first times first, that would be our 3 times our 4, which gives us 12, regular old 12. We're just multiplying two real numbers together. For our outside terms, we have 3 times -6i. So 3 times -6i would give us a -18i. Our inside terms, we now have our 5i times 4. That would give us +20i. And then last, we have 5i times -6i. I like to do the numbers first. 5 times -6 is -30. I times I is I squared. So we're going to see if there are any like terms that we can combine here, and we can combine the -18i and the 20i together. So we now have 12 plus 2i, that came from my -18i plus my 20i, and then minus 30i squared. And we can actually clean this up a little bit more, because I squared, remember that's the same thing as -1. So I'm going to rewrite this as 12 plus 2i minus 30 times -1. I substituted in a -1 where the I squared had been. 12 plus 2i plus 30, and now we've got a new real number here. 12 and 30 combined to be 42. Bring down the +2i, and our results from multiplying two complex numbers together ended up being another complex number, 42 plus 2i.